Hi guys, King of the Kern here. Welcome to another King of the Kern adventure. As always, we're going to be starting here at the Riverview Lodge, downtown Kernville. It is a gorgeous autumn evening here. I'm going to show you what happened. This was actually earlier when I did some sluicing. This is down on the lower river. If you guys know this spot, if you recognize it or know where I'm at, do me a favor, please don't blast it out so that everybody else goes down there and just kills it. Feel free, if you know the spot, come on down. Otherwise, let people do their homework and their research the way I did. So anyway, guys, enough of the intro. Let's get on to the gold. All right, we'll see you on the river. Hi guys, King of the Kern here. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a little sluicing on the river. We are on a spot below Lake Isabella. That's all I'm going to say. And today we're going to be running what I believe is a pace streak. Coming down here, I've been running it a couple of days. I haven't got any video yet, but the river came up. Let me show you what we got going on here. That's the hole I've been digging. I started out right up above that flat rock right there, digging that hole. I found real good gold there, probably 15 pieces in a pan. And I've been following it down this way. I'm not sure if I got a deposit or if it's actually a pace streak. Today what we're going to do, we're going to follow it down this way a little bit. We're going to see how it's looking. We got good black sand down in here. Believe it or not, it's actually most gold's been coming out of this sandy stuff. I normally wouldn't be looking at this, but I believe it's a streak. Last week the water was up about where that rock was, so I couldn't really get down on my spot. It refilled it in, added a little bit more material back into my hole that I dug. So I'm hoping to just wash the banks down on it, which I was already doing, and I could just get that stuff out of there easily. But I'm going to take a few shovels. First thing I'm going to do, though, I'm going to get me a test pan, and we'll see if we're still on the gold. What do you think? Sound good? All right. We'll film that in a minute. So you guys don't need to see me digging. I'll show you once I get I'm digging a scoop right out of the bottom of that right there. Okay, so we'll be back. All right, guys, so I got my pan of material. It's basically, again, kind of sandy, not what I would normally run, but it seems to be where the gold's at. It's just flood gold I'm running, so get down here, classify it out, see if we're still on the gold. I need to be looking somewhere else. And I'm also looking for other signs of heavies in here. I'm looking for fishing weights, and unfortunately down here, one of the signs of heavies is like I found here, broken glass. I'll take this out of the river, but you know, I hate to say it, but if you're in the glass, you're probably doing pretty good. I took out probably 20 pieces the other day, so you know, that's a good start, good sign to begin with. I'm going to leave that in there where I can see it. Since it's this side, I will take that out, guys. That won't be going back in the river, believe me. So once again, cleaning up the river at the same time. Get a good pan here. This is a full pan of material with my Garrett Super Sluice. And those of you who don't pan, basically trying to make everything in there like soup. Gold will sink to the bottom immediately. All your lighter stuff will rise to the top. And it's just a process of eliminating all the lighter stuff till all you have left is heavy stuff, which will be your gold. So, I agitate a lot. I tend to get pretty wet doing this, so doing it right, you're gonna get wet. You guys watch Jeff Williams, yeah, you're gonna get wet. So. Okay, that's a pretty good black sand in here. With a big concentration of black sand and gravel behind that rock at the beginning, that's what got me to first try that spot. Picked up real good, like I say, picked up real good gold, and seemed to be pretty streaky though. If I went up above it, I didn't get near the gold I did down. So it makes me think it's probably a paid streak rather than an actual deposit. So I wasn't able to get below it really into the water. It's real hard to obviously dig out of the water, getting the gold out, it sinks to the bottom. It doesn't want to come back out unless you're sucking it with a dredge or something. So take a couple of these bigger pebbles out right now. And all you do is just rake them to the back of your pan. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I was taking, stick my fingers in there, feeling for any big stuff. Anything big, I'll rake back. I think that's all of them. Pull it back here, it'll just wipe all the gold off if there is. So. Give it a couple taps, that tends to make all the gold concentrate right on that front edge. One more pan down and we'll see if we got any gold in here. Pretty good hooks. I'm going to do one little swirl to get that last of that little light white sand off of there. We're going to do nothing with black sand here in a second. As you can see, that's black sand up top. All this is light sand down at the bottom. Kind of wash that out easy. I'll be looking for any gold. It'll show up. I know what it looks like. There's a little bit more of that to wash down. Now we're basically just nothing with the black sand. So, a little bit of water, a couple taps, trying it all together. There's something rolling around down there. Alright guys, that's about as close as I'm going to get. So, we'll let you guys see. It's going to be hard for you to see there, so let me lift it on up, get you guys a better view. Hopefully, I can't really see my screen, so I'm hoping you guys got a good view of that gold down there, though. Oh, let's get over there. As you can see, there's maybe 10 pieces. So in there, that's good enough. So I need to see, so I know I'm on the gold. So I will talk to you guys soon. See you later, bye. Alright guys, got in a little hurry to get going, but I thought I would show you my sluice right here. I'm up about maybe, I don't know, 25, 30 yards upriver from where I'm digging actually. I found this little offshoot spot right here where I can have a much more controlled flow coming through here. Down there, the river surges a lot. And I've done it before and had to just blow my sluice box clean. At the end of the day, I got 2 little pieces in there, and I know I watched 50 go through. So I found this little spot that I could set up. I got my V going. It's not perfect, but I've run here a few different times, and it really catches the gold good. So I'm going to try and show you here a scoop or 2 going in. It's running pretty slow. I got it pretty flat, but I am getting some material building up behind my ripples there. You guys can see there's it's going to be really hard to see with the GoPro, but there is a couple tiny little pieces up where the flare meets the sluice, where it's that first little lip. Get a lot caught right back in there. But I did see a piece or 2 over on the side. I can't really tell right now. I don't have the sun on the mat, so maybe you guys can see something that I don't. But it's all going to be pretty small gold, so I've got it, like I say, pretty flat, running pretty slow. So let me show you a scoop of material getting run through here. Here's my material, all classified, ready to go. So I like to see my material just kind of slowly peel away. See how it does that? It just kind of lays there and slowly just peels itself back, and everything has a good chance to hit the bottom and run over it. And the other thing was, you see that V of black sand coming down. I can usually spot the pieces of gold. The larger pieces will actually drag down that top, and I'll see them right before they head into the sluice. So that's another bonus. So we'll run a few scoops for you here. Maybe you'll get lucky, see something going through that I didn't. Maybe something pop up good in the mat. But yeah, since the gold is so small, I don't run my sluice very hot. I wanted just enough water, just enough angle to where it's going to clean out those sluices. They don't pack up real bad behind the ripples. My mat's holding some material, which is good. Looks like there might be a couple of chunks of lead on there, which is really what I want to see. I like to see a couple of BBs in the corners. That's telling me it's holding everything well. There should be some fishing weights hopefully by the end of the day should show up in here. It's a really popular area to fish and stuff. And talking about that glass earlier, guys, there is a glass ban on the Kern River, so no glass is allowed down here. Been in place for a while. All that glass, you got to understand, a lot of this glass was from the 70s. You know, I find a lot of old green glass 7-Up bottle pieces and stuff, and you just don't see that anymore. You know, that was back from the 70s and stuff, and it was a different time back there. So, you know, I'm glad to be helping to clean this place up, get some of this stuff out of here. You know, so let's I hope this is coming out all right. Yeah, I got a little excited, and I was talking to a couple people when I first got over to my sluice box and showing them what's going on. Almost forgot to film. So we still got a quarter of a bucket to run through. Go down and run. I'm limited on time, really limited, so I'm probably gonna get maybe 2, the most 3 buckets run. But the other day I ran 3 buckets and did fairly well. You know, enough to look good in the pan at the end of the day. You know, never gonna get rich on the Kern River gold, but you know, and people still tell me you can't come down here, you can't pan gold, there's no gold and everything. And part of the things is, guys, everything below Lake Isabella is never going to get those major floods that they used to have in the old days. So the gold's not really moving a lot down here. So you're looking for a lot of flood gold. Yeah, we get our peaks every year. We were up to 5,000 CFS, but you know, there's talk in the old days of floods coming down there that were, you know, the river was, you know, I know I've seen on the upper river before, just since I've lived there, I've seen 25,000 CFS. And you're never going to see that down here, not unless the dam overtops, you know, and it's coming down the spillway, some giant flood thing. But it just doesn't happen. And so, you know, we're going to be dealing with, basically you're going to be looking for super ancient deposits, and also for flood gold. You know, I happen to have, this is a little creek coming in right here. I happen to know this creek is a known carrier. I also have the Kern River itself coming down. We're right after a squeeze point, so it spreads out, and I do believe that where I'm at, it just kind of catches between the creek dropping the gold and the other. Well, there's our first piece. I'm hoping you guys can see that right there in the box. There's a piece right there, so showing up. I know there's a couple other pieces in there I've seen slide by, but there's a decent piece right there in the box. So I'm going to keep shoveling, turn this off, and I'll get back to you guys later if something interesting pops up. All right, guys. So I only got 2.5 buckets run today. Wished I would have got more, but we got some gold in the box. I'm hoping that shows up right there in those first couple riffles. I got some over in the corner right there. There's a lip right up behind that where the flare attaches to the sluice. Some gold there. I don't know, hopefully some of this is showing up better for you guys than it is for me. But you can see that gold right there, right up in the corner. So, and I'm sure I've got a lot of confidence in how I've got my box set and running. So I'm going to pull this out right now. I'm going to go put it in the Jeep, and we're going to take it home. We'll clean it up at home. I'm not a huge fan of cleaning up on the river. I just feel I'm too sloppy. I could miss some stuff. I can do a lot better job at home where I got a big tub to clean it out in. So I'm going to pull this, and next time you see me, we should be back at the lodge cleaning up. All right, see you there. All right, guys, one more thing, getting ready to leave the river here. Just thought I would show you. That is the broken glass that I took out of the river today. So, let's say I was in the glass, so it should be in the gold. Gloves, highly recommended. I didn't have gloves on today, probably not the smartest thing to do. I did have my gloves with me, but I was just in a rush, although I did have a tetanus shot yesterday, so that's a different story. I got hooked in the head by my own fishing lure, so I had to get a tetanus shot. So anyway, if you guys watch my fishing report video, you'll see a picture of it on there with the lure hanging off my head. So anyway, guys, we will see you back at the lodge here for the cleanup. All right, guys. Okay, so we are back at the lodge. As you can see, that's how I bring my sluice home. I just stuff the end of it in a bucket, stand it up, not quite straight, but you know, I'll keep it a little bit of an angle and carry it and put it in the Jeep, bring it home that way where I can clean it out here into my mud tub, which is good. I'll use my hose and look at that. But just thought I'd show you guys a little bit. Hopefully you can see right up on that top ledge. There's some gold right up along there. And then I can't really see it. The sun's not here, but in that corner we got some good gold too. So hopefully that's showing up for you guys. So I know we got a little bit. Let's see how much we got in the rest of it. So I'm going to clean this out. I'm going to spray it all down, put it all in the mud tub, and next time you see me, I'll be over at the panning station. Alright, so my panning station out here. Now, out on the river I use my super sluice. It's a big pan. It moves a lot of material fast. I really like how well it works that way, but here at home I just got this one of the basic $5 gas station ones. It's a shallow pan. A couple I like drop riffles compared to the raised riffles personally. It does have the small riffles to work with too. So this is going to move material a lot slower, but I think I'm a lot more methodical with this. So we're going to go ahead and put our concentrates in the pan. I've got everything cleaned out of the sluice box. Sure, we didn't leave enough gold in the tub. Alright. So I'm going to carefully set these out of the way. Right there. The tub set up. I got some room to get through. Let me grab some water out of the ditch over here. Right straight off the Kern River. There we go. 5-gallon bucket of Kern River water coming down the Soretta Street ditch. So there we go, 5 gallons of water. It is convenient having that ditch right there to get my water from, because it's not cheap otherwise. The water company up here is not cheap. Of course, we're gonna have some jet dry. So a little squirt. Especially with the small gold that we deal with here, the flour gold, you're gonna need that so it doesn't float away. All right, so now we got that all situated. I'm going to sink out my pan here, mix the water up just a little bit, get that jet dry to work. Don't have to worry about any gold going anywhere. It's all staying in the pan. It is heavy. It will not come out with the jet dry in there. Definitely shouldn't. So, alright, we're going to start a nice counterclockwise swirl. Get everything broke loose. We don't want it sticking to the pan at all. Once you got that nice and loose, there'll be a lot of agitation. Leaning that pan forward a little bit. I'm assuming most people here know how to pan, but if you don't, trying to make that bottom corner, I can't really show you, but you're making the bottom corner of the bottom ring the lowest spot, so any gold that comes will end up down in there. And when you're shaking this stuff, you want to see that stuff looking like soup in there. Everything just kind of suspended, because the gold will fall right out of that to the bottom. So once you got that, then we're just going to wash our top lights off. Again. Leaning it forward a little bit. And get that sand right to the tip. And the jet dry, again, what that does, in case you have any real small gold, the surface tension of the water, believe it or not, will allow it to, very, very small, very, very thin gold can float on top of water just from surface tension. Same way like a, I don't know what would float on there, but bugs do that. Those pond skimmer bugs that you see with the big long legs, they work off the same feature of surface tension. Their legs just basically sit on there. That's why they don't fall through even though they're standing on the water. The surface tension of the water allows them to remain. And keep on. And I may edit this down a little bit. You guys don't have to sit here and watch all of this. I'm going pretty quick there. Normally I'd be a little slower, but for the sake of filming, I'm trying to get a little quicker. Now, see, I got a bunch of big rocks in there. Into the sluice box. I threw some big material in there, unfortunately, at the beginning. Just see how I was running and grabbing handfuls just to make sure it looked like it's cleaning out right and stuff. Plus, some of these will made it through the classifier, I'm sure. I don't want to do that, and I don't want that. And I got a little piece of, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm just showing out a little piece of wire. So, I mean, we're catching heavy stuff. I'm going to set that aside and dig out some more bigger stuff I can feel in here. And basically all you're going to do is lean it forward, stick your fingers down in it, and feel for that big stuff. You'll feel them big rocks. And if you just slowly kind of drag them backwards, and drag them right out of that sand, I should probably pan that down a little further. There's some big ones. They just tend to just disrupt the water flow through all that. And I'm looking, obviously I'm looking at all of these. Chance of it being a nugget, you know, that big would be, for Kern River, be very, very unlikely. We always look at everything. See that picked out? I'm going to get some of that other light sand worked off so I can, there's a lot of few big rocks out there buried down in that. And I'm using the large riffles right now. I'm going to catch everything a little deeper, but allow some of that material. Eventually, once I get less material, I'm going to switch over to the smaller riffle side and allow a thinner base layer to go through. But what you have, as I can see, I've got some rather large rocks in there. So let's see if we can get those guys straight. Settle back down that corner for a little bit. I'm just going to wash the light material off the top. I'm just going to pull through these rocks and see right now. So I can see them rather easily. I'll pull them out. I do believe we're going to find some lead down in here at some point. In fact, we're hoping to find lead that tells us we're on the heavy area. The idea behind it is, you know, anything heavy is going to sink the bottom. It's going to get caught on those riffles. Light stuff stays on top, gets washed off. Concentrate it again. Gap right here. That brings all the gold over in that corner, and then a good shake will get it right down to that corner. You see those rocks, even though those are big rocks, they are lighter, so they tend to wash out. And I actually see a little bit of gold in the corner, guys. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that quite yet. Maybe if I get the sun on it. Oh, I just covered it up. If I get the sun on it just right. Yeah, I covered up. There was some gold there on the corner. It's going to be a tough angle to get at here, so let's keep getting her down. I think we're about ready to move over to our small ripples. So we get sure we got everything washed down in there good. Turn the pan around and we're going to shake it down the opposite side. Nice, good agitation. Keep that stuff like a soup in there so that all that gold just sinks to the bottom. We're leaning forward, and we're down on these, you can see on the smaller ripples to allow you to work less material. Go out, but I'm just slide them off the side temporarily. Snatch them. I'm going to wash everything back down in. Always do this underwater, guys, because then the gold will always fall back into your pan. Get those rocks out. The other thing I like about this pan too, compared to my Super Sluice, is when it gets down to the bottom and I'm tapping my gold to try and keep it on line. In the Super Sluice, it doesn't have the actual lip down here, so it's just a transition, and the gold will tend to ride up the side, which I don't like. I want it all to stay right in that corner when I'm down finalizing it out. I'm not too worried when I'm first panning. If I'm just panning raw material on the river getting gold, that's fine with me, because I'm going to be snuffering all that up anyway. By the time it gets down there, I'm going to suck it up in a snuffer bottle and clean it out at home. Alright, so now I'm getting down even less. I'm going to get away completely from the ripples. I'm going to go to that smooth side over there. It'll allow me to work it down even more. Again, lots of agitation, making sure that gold gets to the bottom. Taps just to get all piled up, shake or two to put it right back in that bottom corner. Alright guys, one more thing I want to show you up here. I have an extra snuffer bottle I use. This is for my black sand. So what I do, once you got it separated and you're pulling your black sand off, once I got it down to pretty much all black sand, I'll take and I snuffer up all my old black sand, because I'm going to treat all this later with mercury. There's a lot of micro fine gold that just you cannot pan it out. It weighs less. What happens is it weighs less than what a grain of black sand weighs. So when and everything's working by weight and displacement. So when you get down to black sand like that, if the black sand actually weighs more than the gold is gonna wash away before the black sand will. It's got to be a pretty small piece of it, but there is a lot of just powder fine gold. So I'll suffer it all up when I get a bottle or so full. I dump it. Got back here, I got a big old tub of black sand. Geez, I probably got 5-8 pounds of it right there. I can't even lift it up, it's so heavy. And then I'll treat it with mercury and get the gold back. But I wait till I got quite a bit before I do that, because even then it's not a lot that you're going to get back, but there is some. And the other good part is, if I do miss a piece of gold, I know I sucked it back up. I didn't just throw it out. It'll be in there, and I will get it back when the mercury comes. So again, I'll get this down low, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a quick, here's the first view. I'm hoping you guys can see that gold up in there. There's enough light. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer that over to to my finish pan, my little pan. And I'm going to finish off the last of that little black sand. For those of you guys that don't have one, seriously, especially dealing with small gold like we are, a small finish pan worth its weight in gold. Down here you can work with a lot less water, get a nice little flow going back and forth, just wash it up nice and clean. Less water means less chance of you blowing your gold across the pan with a bad shake or something like that. So I'm gonna transfer this over, and next time you see me, then we'll be seeing what we got. All right. All right, so we got everything in the finished pan. You can see small pan, just a little bit of water. Makes it so easy to just slowly clean the last of that black sand out of it. I have lost my sunlight, so I really need to be doing this inside under some better light, but I'm trying to get it done real quick. Again, just walking that light stuff. And the tapping just brings all your gold right up to that top corner. Still got a few bigger chunks of black sand in here I wasn't hoping to have at this stage, but should not be a problem for me. I'll manually remove them. They're just kind of getting away that sheet of black sand coming out. So that's good. Should be good enough to go into there. So let me snuffer up the last of this black sand, and we'll look and see what we got in the pan. Let's turn that water off. We got much in there. A little bit of black sand. The water off. Alright, it doesn't look like you guys can see that too well. I'll get some light on it. I'll turn it that way. See gold. Okay. So in just a minute, I'm going to put this inside, and I'll get you guys a good picture before I snuffer it up. Alright guys, so that's the final goal for the day. You know, it's not horrible. Truthfully, that was probably 2 full buckets, no more than 2.5. I don't fill my buckets all the way. I ran 3 half to 3/4 full buckets, and kind of rushed through it because I didn't have much time. I just wanted to get material through the sluice box. So I know if I could go there for 6 hours or so instead of 2 hours, and you know, truthfully, I got there 12:15. I had to leave at 2:30, so that's 2 hours for me slamming my box into the river and then digging and going. I mean, yeah, I did know that there was gold at this spot already, but you know, since I've been getting it, but again, you know, so. Not going to get rich by any means, you know, that's probably not even enough to weigh. But once I snuffer it up into my other snuffer bottle, I got my good bottle. I got to clean that whole corner out. That corner is almost entire gold, though. I will tell you that. There is very, very little black sand or anything else. That is my clean gold. So you guys can see all that laying across up there. So, not too bad. I'll give you guys a video here shortly. I'm going to clean this out and get it into a vial. I need to anyway. It's been in there for a while. So, anyway, I'm going to suck that in there. And, well, till next time, hopefully get back down there. Maybe just do some panning. Got a few other spots to look at. So, weather's getting nice. We got some other videos coming up. I got some 4-wheel drive adventures coming up. A little bit this weekend going on. In case you guys don't know, we've got some epic off-roading stuff around here in the Kern River Valley. So we're going to be doing some off-roading. I got some friends coming up bringing their Razor. I'm going to take my Jeep out. Fishing has been phenomenal. And of course, you know, some gold. River's going down a little bit. Waiting for it to drop just a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys some nice bedrock crevicing spots that you guys could hit up on your own. So, until next time, it's King of the Kern. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe, and also hit the notification, the bell icon up there, so you get notified when I put up a new video. I do fishing reports. I do gold panning. Let's see, what else? We do four-wheeling. I got some mountain biking going to be coming up here real soon. Whitewater rafting during the season. And we got some festival stuff going on. I got the fall festival this weekend going on. So look for more coming up. King of the Kern. Checking out. Until next time.